Now, for my first trend, I want to play a little bit of a game with you, so I'm going to put on my best game show voice. Entrepreneur or employee. All right. Now, we're going to play, this is kind of like Tinder. I know this is a business conference, so you don't want to, admit that you're on Tinder. That's okay. I totally get it. But this is, like a swipe right, swipe left kind of situation. So what we're going to play is the person on the screen an entrepreneur or an employee? So let's start off with a really easy one. Entrepreneur or employee? Entrepreneur. Okay, this is an easy one, guys. It's going to get harder than this. Okay. Yes, this is my brother, entrepreneur. Okay. The fine-looking gentleman in a suit. Entrepreneur or employee? Okay, this is an actual company that exists and got investment from a finance company in San Francisco. This is called manservant.com. Yeah, I heard a few cheers from the back. Basically, on this site, you can hire a guy to compliment you every 15 minutes or carry your purse when you, if it's raining, take his coat off. So yes, he's an employee. All right, entrepreneur or employee? Yes, entrepreneur. This is an entrepreneur in Colorado with the new $2 billion marijuana industry that has just emerged. So a lot of money going into that industry right now. All right, and finally, entrepreneur or employee? Is this a woman enjoying her retirement or an Uber driver? Okay, all I know is do not get into that car. As you can see, though, the lines are really being blurred between being an entrepreneur and being an employee, because it used to be that you either worked for someone else and you had your desk job and you did what was part of your job, or you could go start a company in a basement and be alone. But today, there are so many ways to be entrepreneurial inside bigger companies, inside governments, inside small businesses, that in fact, it's the skill set that's valued and required from new employees today, is to think in that entrepreneurial way. So I call this the age of the entremployee, because it really is that all of us need to think as if we're doing a startup inside our current job. So let's look at a few things here. Google has something called 20% time. At Google, during your week, you can actually take 20% of your time and work on a book, a nonprofit, a startup. Anything that's in your mind, you can do during your work week there. Social media manager is the latest new craze in jobs. This is a great title for someone in a company who's young, entrepreneurial, wants to manage your company's reputation on every new social media service. Although they might have a hard time explaining to their parents when they tell them that they Snapchat and tweet for a living. Probably their parents think that they're doing something like that. I talked about hackathons. You can find a hackathon in almost any industry now. They have hackathon. I was invited to a hackathon for the pet industry where there were kittens and puppies on every table while you hacked. That's really a real thing. So it's not really attainable for all of us to think we're going to go to a 12-hour all-night hackathon, but you would be amazed what happens with your team in your business if you take even 3 or 4 hours, take away all distractions and just say, you know what, for the next few hours, we're just going to be totally creative. We're all going to work on a project. We're going to solve a problem. So think about gathering some of your biggest clients, your team, maybe folks from a similar industry, and say, we're going to have a think-a-thon or an idea-thon. You'll be shocked at the kind of things that people around you will come up with. If you want to have entrepreneurial-minded people in your company, you need to start thinking about recruiting in new ways too, which means recruiting on some of the new things that kids are using, like Snapchat. Snapchat, you can send photos, messages, and they vanish after 10 seconds of the reader. It's like this message will self-destruct. So something like this, I could, send a photo, I could sketch on it, and then, woo, I could get a job. Okay, not that easy. But A lot of companies have started sending out tasks through Snapchat that vanish, that really get to the heart of how entrepreneurial, how fast are you, can you respond, can you do these things. So start thinking about how to engage new kinds of entrepreneurial thinking people in ways for recruiting. So I really, the age of the entreployee is something that all of us should be thinking about in our own businesses. The next trend is the fact that we're all a media company.